Hello everyone, our group is Group 8. Please allow me introduce our group topic and our group member. Our group topic is Brainstorming, a creative problem solving techniques. We have four members in our group: CHENLU, ZIHAO, ZONGYI, SIYUAN. Alright, let's begin our presentation. This page, I'm going to introduce our topic, which is brainstorming, one of the most widely used creative problem solving techniques. Brainstorming is a method where a group of people come together to generate as many ideas as possible. The key point here is that at the beginning, we focus more on the number of ideas rather than how good they are. This technique is important because it encourages people to think freely without fear to making mistakes. It also helps teams look at problems from different perspectives, which can lead to more creative and effective solutions. In addition, brainstorming promotes teamwork because everyone is involved and contributes their ideas. Okay, alright. Now let's move on to the definition and the origin of brainstorming. Brainstorming can be defined as a creative thinking process where a group of people generate ideas freely without any judgment. One of the most important rules is that all ideas are accepted in the early stage, even if they seem unusual or unrealistic. This is because sometimes the most creative solution come from unexpected ideas. Another key principle of brainstorming is to encourage participants to build on each other's ideas. This means one idea can inspire another, leading to even better solution. So, brainstorming is not just about individual thinking, but also about collaboration. As for the origin, brainstorming was created by Alex Osborne in the 1940s. He worked in the advertising industry and noticed that many people were afraid to speak up during meeting because they were worried about being judged. This made it hard to the team to be creative. To solve this problem, he introduced brainstorming as a way to create a safe and open environment where everyone feels comfortable and share their ideas. At first, brainstorming was mainly used in advertising to create new and creative ideas from the campaigns. Later, it became popular in many other areas such as education, business, and also group discussion. Today, brainstorming is still widely used all over the world because it is simple, easy to apply, and very helpful in generating many ideas in a short times.
Thank you to my group member for the great introduction. Now that we know what brainstorming is and where it comes from, I will be walking you through the practical side, the four core rules and the five-step process. Let's look at the four core rules on the screen. To make a brainstorming session truly effective, everyone in the room must follow these principles. First, focus on quantity. Our primary goal here is not perfection but volume. We need to generate as many ideas as possible because quantity ultimately breeds quality. Second, withhold criticism. This is perhaps the most crucial rule. You must suspend all judgment and negative feedback during idea generation phase. If people are afraid of being judged, they simply won't speak up. Third, welcome wild ideas. We want to encourage out of the box thinking. Sometimes it is the crazy, unconventional ideas that can lead the most innovation solutions. And fourth, combine and improve. Brainstorming is a team effort. We shouldn't just list the individual ideas. We should build upon the idea of others to create better and more complete concepts. Moving on to how we actually run a session. Let's look at the 5-step process. The first part is the generation phase. Step 1 is a define the problem. Before we start throwing out ideas, we must clearly state a specific, focused, and solvable challenge. A vague problem will only give us vague answers. Step 2 is the preparation. We need to set a strict time limit. For example, 15 or 20 minutes to keep the energy high. We also need assign a facilitator to guide the process, along with a note taker. Step 3 is the generate ideas. This is the main event. Everyone freely shares their ideas based on the 4 rules we just discussed. Meanwhile, the note taker must record everything visibly so the whole group can see the progress. After the time is up, we move to the evaluation phase. Step 4 is organize and categorize. We look at all the ideas on the board, group similar ones together, and remove the repeats to make the list easier to read. Step 5 is the final step. Evaluate and select. Now we use our logic, we check if the idea can actually work, discuss them as a team, and vote for the best solutions. By following these rules and steps, brainstorming becomes a very useful tool. I will now pass the time to my group member to show you some real cases. Thank you.
Now I will share some example of how brainstorming is used in the classroom. Brainstorming helps increase student participation and makes learning more interactive. For example, before starting a new topic, teachers can ask students to share their ideas first. Students discuss in groups and present their opinion together. There are also several brainstorming methods. The first is group brainstorming, where students discuss in small groups. The second one is mind mapping, which helps students organize ideas visually. The third is thinking pair share, where student thinking discuss with partner and then shared with the class. Okay, for the next, brainstorming can also improve classroom efficiency in many ways. The first, it increases student engagement because students actively participate in discussion. The second, it improves critical and creative thinking by encouraging students to share different ideas. It also promotes teamwork and communication skills. When students are more active and involved, learning becomes more effective and enjoyable.
Today I want to talk about brainstorming, including its advantages, disadvantages, limitations, and academic background. First, the advantages of brainstorming. It helps us produce many creative ideas quickly. It allows everyone to speak freely and communicate equally. Group discussion also brings new expression to each member. Next, the disadvantages: some people do not think and rely on others. A few loud people control the talk and stop others sharing ideas. Ideas are not good enough, and we spend lots of time choosing useful ones. Then the limitations: brainstorming cannot be used for serious, exact, professional decisions. People easily follow others and lose their own independent sources. The whole activity depends too much on the person who leads the discussion. For academic reference, Alex F. Obos created basic brainstorming rulers in his book, Applied Imagination. In conclusion, brainstorming develops group creativity, thought-free and open discussion. Its clear rulers help us turn creative thoughts into real solutions. At school, it improves class participation, critical thinking, and teamwork. With proper evolution, brainstorming becomes a useful tool for great work. Thank you.
That's all for our presentation. Thank you for watching.